Hello, peeps, friends, and fans, and welcome to our channel, Mama and Meadow. My name is Debbie, spelled D-E-B-Y, one B and a Y, aka Mama, M-A-M-M-A, with two M's, and my lovely Russian rescue dog, Meadow, with 4 paws and zero desire to be on camera. So once again, we will insert a picture of her here. Today's video, again, is another Harvest Host, because I just love my Harvest Host. In case you're wondering what Harvest Host is, I will link below. I think I did a video that kind of goes over everything rather than discuss it. But it is a membership that you join so you can go to certain places and park overnight as long as you basically go in and buy something or, give them some money so you can park overnight. And sometimes longer. So this particular video is taking place in Florida. These are 2 places that I went to in Florida. I think it was around Christmas time. Technically last year, not last year, but the year before. Yes, we are a little behind on our videos here, but hey, better late than never. So one of them was a farm and another one was a museum. Kind of like Georgia, a farm and a museum. So the first place, checking my notes here, was Turkey Hill Farm. And that was in Morriston, Florida. That was a lovely, lovely place. They had enough room for a couple of RVs. I was the only one there at the time. And the hosts were Corey and Peggy. Lovely, lovely couple. And we were met by their dog, Duke. Another one of Meadow's besties. Cute little dog. So now their farm has pigs and chickens, turkeys, obviously, and sheep. Oh my God, they were too funny. So you could go around and play with them if you wanted, but they also had tons and tons of trails through their woods, if you will. So that was very nice. Meadow and I went and did our little thing there. And Peggy, the hostess, she made the most delicious bread, cinnamon bread, I think it was. And she had a little basket of all little pamphlets and things of places that you can go around Florida. We didn't really get a chance to do it, although I did take some of the pamphlets because I'm in Florida a lot because that's where my family lives. My brother and my mother, who are both in assisted living, and that's kind of where I hang out. I was on my way or coming to or from, I don't know, to Florida, and that's why I went to this particular Harvest Host. The second one is the American Space Museum, and I believe that's in Titusville, Florida. Very small museum. Even the parking lot wasn't very big, but I fit in it, and it was fine. People there were fantastic. It originally started as what was the name of it? Hold on. Walk of Fame. Space Walk of Fame apparently was what it used to be called. A lot of it is actually donated from people that worked in space, astronauts, and then they featured things from Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo, and the space shuttle. It was very, very interesting. They also had a room or a section that was just all about women astronauts, women space people, if you will, and that was very, very interesting and enlightening too. There were some very, very interesting items that were in there, like how they went to the bathroom, which I think one of the smelliest things they said is once you open up the capsule when they get back, subtext, I will never become an astronaut. But it was very, very, I don't want to use the word interesting again, but just very, very cool. And the people there were super nice, and they even let me, well, Meadow didn't get to go in it, but I did get to introduce them to Meadow, to the people there. They were very nice. So, again, I'm going to tell you, for free, if you could share, comment, and of course subscribe, because that'll help out my lovely little channel so we don't wind up living in a refrigerator box. I am downsizing from my 30-foot motorhome, which I will list the link below for the tour of the RV, if it's not sold by now. Hopefully it will be, but if not, because we are going to be downsizing it to a cargo van. So we can do the West Coast. As we did the East Coast, now go to the West Coast. So please share, comment, and subscribe. But until then, or after then, go do that now. Here we go, and we are going to roll tape.